Hey, welcome! Ever find yourself wishing you had just a little more privacy in a room? Well, today we're going to dive into a DIY project that's super simple but honestly so satisfying, fitting a lock to an internal door. Let's get right into it.
You know how it is, right? You're trying to focus on a work call in the home office, or maybe you just want 5 minutes of peace in the bedroom. What you really need is a door that actually, locks. This is all about carving out a little space that's just for you.
And here's the best part. You absolutely do not need to call a locksmith for this one. Seriously, with a few pointers and just a little bit of care, you can get a finish that looks like a total pro did it. I promise, you've got this.
Okay, so first things first, let's talk about what you're gonna need: your lock and your toolkit. Like any good DIY job, getting your prep right is, well, it's pretty much the secret to a smooth installation with zero headaches. So before you even start, you gotta pick the right lock for the job. If it's just a basic room, like a study, a simple tubular latch and handle will do the trick. For a bathroom, you're gonna want a sash lock that has a thumb turn on the inside for easy locking. And if it's, say, a home office with sensitive stuff, a mortise sash lock gives you that extra peace of mind with an actual key. And the good news keeps on coming, because you don't need a bunch of fancy equipment, just the basics: a drill, a nice sharp chisel, a hammer, a screwdriver, a tape measure, and of course, a pencil. Once you've got all that gathered up, we can get to the really fun part. All right, tools are ready, locks in hand. It is time to get building. We've broken this whole thing down into 6 really clear, super manageable steps. It's gonna be a breeze.
So, the very first thing you need to know is the magic number: 1 meter. That's about 40 inches up from the floor. Why? Well, that's the industry standard, and it's the standard for a reason. It's just the most comfortable ergonomic height for most people. It just feels right, and it looks right too.
Okay, so the first 3 steps are all about that prep work: the marking and the cutting. Step 1, you're gonna mark that 1 meter height. Simple. Step 2, you'll drill a hole into the edge of the door for the main part of the latch. Then, step 3, you'll carefully chisel out a shallow little space. And the key here is making it just deep enough so that the faceplate sits perfectly flush with the wood, nice and clean. And now for the final assembly. So first, you'll mark where the handle holes go and drill those out. After that, you can fit the lock and screw the handles on securely. The very last touch is installing the strike plate on the door frame. That's the little metal part the latch goes into. Just make sure you test it a couple of times to get that alignment perfect. Now, you could totally stop there and have a working lock. But we're not just here to get it done, we're here to get it done well. These next few tips, this is what separates a good job from a great one. Okay, listen up, because this is probably the single most important tip for a pro-level finish. When you're drilling the big holes for the handle, drill about halfway through from one side, then stop. Go to the other side and finish the hole from there. It's a simple little trick, but it completely prevents that ugly splintering you can get. It keeps your door looking absolutely pristine. And here are a few more little gems for you. First, before you tighten down those last screws, double check that everything's aligned. That's how you avoid a stiff handle. Second, make sure your chisel is sharp. I mean, really sharp. It's the secret to getting those super clean, crisp edges. And finally, and this is a big one, always give the lock a few test turns before you pack up your tools. Make sure it latches smooth as butter. And just like that, you're done. Seriously, take a step back and just admire what you've accomplished. That's a real skill you've just added to your DIY repertoire. So, what did we actually do today? We didn't just add a lock. No way. You've added a layer of privacy, a little touch of style with some new hardware, and that deep satisfaction of a door that just works perfectly. That is a job well done. So you just took on a project that needs some real precision and care, and you totally nailed it. You've literally made your home better. So, that really only leaves one question, right? What are you going to build next?